Welcome back to more Persona 2 Eternal Punishment. So last time, we recruited our new party member Nanjo by doing the route split, and we also had a funny comedy scene with Balfour and Alala as well, so that was pretty cool. And we explored the town and learned more about our new party member. And I think today we'll actually be talking about how he works in battle. But anyway, before we do that, let's do some other prep work. We got a ton of rumors last time, so let's start making use of them. We'll do the easy ones first, and the random effect ones will probably save for later. So first off, we have Tsuchinoko sighted. He appears in the sewers. And this guy, he's actually route exclusive. The other route will get another rumor theme, which I'll show. And you got Rosa getting his own supply, that's random effect. Smaragi is the fortune telling start at any reading. We'll get that. I'll show what that does later because it's quite interesting. Managing King True, that's also random effect. Matt collecting Billionaire, he's looking for rare maps. We'll also knock this out now. Then after that we got Cledloon's Shady Business. Alright, so now we have another choice. But this one's actually quite interesting, I must say. So he either sells strange weapons or armor. The weapons give magic attack plus, alongside, doing regular physical damage. So if you want to do more damage to your spells, then those weapons could be very nice. And then the armor, it's armor that gives magic defense. Also could be quite nice. Especially if, you're worried about your character's low dex stats. So yeah. But I think, since we did do armor before, let's actually do weapons this time. Here's why not. The only problem with those weapons and armor, they're expensive, so yeah. But Rochester Service, diverts off an armor, we could do that as well. And Money Grower Reform. So this one, if you want to get your ideal result, you want a dungeon that you can access very easily, so then you can save and reload. So then you can So then, again, it makes it kind of a bit easier, I guess you could say. We might do this at a dungeon later in the game. Unfortunately, Owl Park would have been a good choice, but we actually can't return there until later, so yeah. I'm going to save this one for later. And then finally, Fantasy World's prizes. Let's talk about these now. So, the accessories and skill cards are, well, weapons and accessories should be the same. They should be the same. But I think weapons, the weapons we still need to talk about, so I'll do that. But anyway, for skill cards, it's some basic stuff like the it's basically like Miragia, Malaquas, Magarla, like Mikidola, Freyla, with Diorama, so some interesting cards there. We don't really need them though, in my opinion. Accessories will go in a bit, and then find weapons. You could also got these from Barmaster. But they have interesting effects and pretty strong, so you could go with these if you want. But again, only really good if you're actually using your weapons, so I'm not the biggest fan. So that's why we're going to be going with the accessories. So there's some really good accessories you can get at this point. You can get possible luck from a pure white bandana, which isn't that great. You can get the Spirit Source, which actually gives you 5 SP on level up. You can get the Synchronized Gear, which increases your persona growth, so basically it ranks up quicker. Mutation Gear increases your mutation rate, that's very good. Adjustment Gear lowers the SP cost of your skills. And then finally, Police Gloves, which I'm going to try and going for, increases item drop rate. So we definitely want accessories. And I'm actually going to try farming the Police Gloves in my own time. The thing about how it works is you can't save scum it when you have done enough steps, because you need to do enough steps to get the prize. So probably what I'll do is off screen I'm going to what am I trying to say? Try to get the police gloves myself. I want to get those to Maya for most of the game basically. Because more iron drops could be very nice, especially considering there's some very good rare iron drops in this game. But anyway, how about we talk about some of the new stuff? So yeah. I guess actually we'll start with what we did first, the Infinity Reading. You might actually be making use of this a decent amount today, so yeah. So let's go see Margini. You might want to also save, and in fact, yeah, I'm going to be saving a lot in this part, considering you know the save's coming. So yeah, we'll save on this slot. Like so. I don't think we're going to be battling, so I don't really need a fortune. But anyway, did I do affinity reading? So yeah, I feel like that I did. It's best to try anything. I started Wanglong in the same fashion. Let me start over. I began doing affinity readings. If it is thy wish, I shall reveal to vow Welsia and match this crystal. So yeah, these are interesting. They cost 5,000, so that's good to know. So what they're gonna do is that they're going to give you some questions, and depending on how you answer them, a different person will pop up. For this one, what I want to do is I want to say yes to everything. So yeah, I'm a man. I like cars and motorbikes. Well, this is actually competency except for this one. I don't really like vacation out of the country. I worry can't tell anyone else. Have a habit. Do you want a break? Do you have a best friend? Alright. Very well, answer. The person who has the best thing with you is this person. It's a Satomi sister. But which one? So because I said yes to everything, it's the eldest. So there you go. Correct, I'm the eldest. Incredible telling us apart. As well, I'll give you mercy. Use them wisely. Somehow you can get that. But now what will happen is if I shop with the eldest, then I'll get discounts. So at this point, there's more fairy readings later. I think another rumor will split them for you. At the moment, I think what we can really do is get discounts of shops. So yeah. Like healing places will give you 50% discount and stores will only give you 20%, but hey, that could add up, especially for very expensive stuff. Anyway, now let's go to Narumi because he did spread our rumors though. Let's go first to Ebony. Because yeah, we got the map dude. Such a pretty mess. What map playing? How do you know my hobby? I have no more interest of money. I now live to collect maps, so what would you like? Let's take a request. I don't know that place. It's a new place. Can you check it out? Miss, please take a map out there. Yep. So you make a map for me? Thank you. Here's a blank map. Just keep walking and complete the map. If it is good, I'll trade it for my important card. So you got a blank lab map. Is there anything else? Please ask me anything. So yeah, you can also get an explanation on this. So when you visit the location, you should open your map to see your progress. You can see the blocks you have yet to visit and areas you already visited will be blacked out. Once you get a dungeon, you can't return to vision, so be careful. I'll check completed map for special cards. So here's how it works. You basically need to walk everywhere in the dungeon to fill in the map. Once you've done that, he'll trade you very good stuff. And I do mean very good. So yeah, we'll be taking advantage of that. It's just that, yeah, again, it can be a bit annoying and time consuming. That's why a stoma can be useful, just so that, yeah, once you're almost done with the dungeon, you can just fill in everything with a stoma and then, yeah, get out. Hey, welcome. What do you weapons? Armor? We don't handle any of those here. Ready-made accessories not enough for you. If you want, you can get ones custom made, but you gotta supply the materials. Alright, so now here's the crafting mechanic in this game. So, what we can do here is that, we can make weapons with materials we come across that are used for forging. So, for example, if I want to, I can make this pentastrip with mithril, silver, and obsidian. I can also make the shining coin, which also has a shock effect too. There's also Damascus hand, which I need 2 Damascus steel for, and it increases crit moderately. Damascus sword, which also increases aim, so that's cool. There's a sword breaker, which actually gives defense, but this is actually a rapier, so no one can use it. Ying has armor too. This mithril armor is not too bad actually. And yeah, that's it for now. And then you can also buy the accessories from him too if you still want. So yeah. And yeah, he'll have more things we can craft later in the game. So there's that. And now let's go to Claire de Lune because I'm gonna see if I want to buy these weapons. And if I do, maybe we take much of this affinity readings. Bonjour, mademoiselle. Welcome to Rumours, Claire de Lune. To meet the needs of our guests, we have prepared the best meals and excellent weapons. Alright. So yeah, here they are. They also have different elements too, that's kind of interesting. So this is a nuke gun. This is a ice knuckle, and then this is a wind. Um, this is a wind coin. So that's kind of interesting. They are stronger, so that's good. Of course, yeah. If I feel like I need the physical elements, I can also, get those as well. So yeah. But again, I think that the fact that they raised magic attack is very important. This game freezes company, so yeah. I'm not so sure what I want to get at the moment because we can get a gun that gives, I believe, magic attack to Maya. Katsu won't need it. Lara can definitely make use of this, and Babu can definitely make use of that, so yeah. So I'll think about it later. And again, we can maybe drop the price a little bit with the Infinity Reading. But now, yeah, it's time for random effect rumors, I think, so yeah. Because yeah, I basically told about everything else. We can double check that too. So I'm at Noha. And again, we need to save Scum for this. Actually, no, there's one more thing I need to do before this. We need to go find people, because this actually leads to another random effect rumor. So yeah, let's take advantage of that. So yeah, let's go to Hirosaka. Like, I don't like it when weapons are different elements, but they give magic attack boost, I feel like it's worth it, so yeah. Because all I want to do is, yeah, we need to find Yayoi Kimura. And they're in Padaparacha. Yeah, I didn't do this last time. This is actually kind of important too, as you'll see in a bit. So yeah, let's go to Narumi. Because yeah, that's obviously where Padaparacha is. And yeah, which woman is it gonna be? And it's you. So yeah. Let's type in the name obviously. Kimura now. There you are. I didn't know my name. Chitakasa. I used Moose's goods as bait for making a contract. What proof do you have? I just don't have the goods on hand to give. I don't trick them. Getting shit just for goods is... Oh, it's no use telling you. I'll deliver the goods right now. So there we go. So now, yeah, we're gonna go and obviously get a reward. More money is obviously gonna be amazing. Because again, we have those expensive weapons we could buy later, so yeah. Now we have Humphrey. So Humphrey is in Parabellum actually. So let's go and do that. So that'll also be an alpha. I believe it's you. And yeah, this time, yeah, we just say Humphrey. Which I think is spelt something like this. My nickname is gone famous. My old girlfriend's looking for me. I counted the number of the stars before, but I never counted the woman from my past. This will be a hard one. That best always be there. Tomorrow, I don't know about that far in advance. Let's go get our war, but after that, we need to go talk to Humphrey again, because he has a rumor for us. So, yeah. So let's go to Hirosaka. Get our reward. There you are. And yeah, now we're just going to go back there and pick up the rumor. I believe it will be from Humphrey, so yeah. After you do this, but anyway, you don't want to talk to Blackkeeper yet. Parabellum, a place for adults to socialize. Although known as a stream place, they seem to have just hired a bodyguard. It's starting rumor, and it does have something to do with me. Can't even relax, have a drink. That's another round of effect rumors, so yeah. How about we start with that one, in fact. So yeah, again, we want to save scum for this, so we can get the ideal result. So yeah, once again, let's save. Like so. And let's make a start. So search that these are paraban, hide a bouncer. So let's go check out what this is. This I do definitely recommend Safe Skyfall, you'll see in a bit. Welcome, for you to visit on such a special day, I'm truly honored. I've begun stocking high-grade weapons. It started as a hobby, but I've decided to share this with all of you. Alright. Let's talk to him again, I believe. There are powerful guns all over the world, but those are all designed for use against man or beast. That's where these differ. The guns we keep here do not limit targets. In illogical design and destruction power make them useful even against demons. Great, huh? Game destroyed demons. Well, if there was such a thing in this world as demons. Handing items this powerful worries me. I have a very powerful member of the back, a bar with a bodyguard's no joke. Please take a look. This is the Dragoon. It'll be 220,000 yen. How about it? Sure, why not? A beautiful one and a boorish gun. And wonderful. Just as I thought, that gun fits you perfectly. So yeah, that's one of them. You get a weapon, basically. You're able to buy a weapon. If you don't get that, then what happens is that the other thing is he increases the prices because I think he's scared of bad things happening. So then he hired the bouncer because of that, if I remember correctly. So anyway, we got the Dragoon, and this is a very fun weapon for Katsuya because it's very strong and it can also mute as well. So there you go. Might actually do better than his regular attack sometimes. So yeah. So there's that. Let's do another one. We'll do the other important one now. So then once again, we want to save. So nice that we got that first try. I don't think I'm going to be getting all these first try, but that's okay. All the ones I want at least. So yeah. Yeah, I don't really like these runes that much because again, luck based. But I kind of like what they symbolize, I guess. Especially that one. So let's do this one next because this one's also pretty cool. Rizukeni's owner swept away. Salesman is engulfed by a wave. So let's do that. And we did just say, so that's good. So now when we go to Rosa Candida, of course one of two things can happen. And you see here, she changed. What do you think? All people codes, right? Of course you have to try on first. My sister? Oh, I'm the youngest sister. My sister on a vacation to Bali Island. I was swallowed by high seas. So yeah, that's what happened. That's what they meant by engulfed by a wave in this context. So anyway, I'm gonna load the save and we're gonna see if we can get the other result. Because that's what we want. It's actually similar to what you get with Parabellum. And here she is. She didn't get engulfed by a wave this time. Instead, this happened. Oh, bonjour. I just got back from Paris. You came at a good time. Take a look at this. So we need to go talk to her. Right now in Paris, there's a new wave. That's what they meant this time. Can you tell? It's a wave of new fashion. Oh, I wish I could let someone know. No, that'll be my mission. I'll start from this Subaru city, and you'll be the pioneer. This is best dress that I bought back from Paris. It's 200,000 yen. You'll buy it, right? Yeah. You have made a wise purchase. This year's trend will start with you. It's like that. That does mean I can't buy any of the weapons now, but that's okay. You can do that after the next dungeon, I guess. But anyway, I'll give the best dresser to, of course, Maya. It gives a lot more defense and it nullifies crits, so there you go. So that means I probably want to give the cowboy and the mechanical hat to someone else. So yeah, I'll do the cowboy hat for now. Does say that, yeah, it might be hard to buy this equipment here. And yeah, Nanjo is a Tengu bar, and we'll talk about that later. And yeah, I could also give him an Iris Lariat now. I might actually, but at the same time, there's the strength source. So I was thinking about giving him that, so yeah. So yeah, who wants the mechanical hat, I wonder? I think I'm gonna give it to Lala. So there you go. So she can also nullify critical hits, that's the idea. So I might need to go break up the money from the casino. If I want to buy everything. Which I kind of want to, so yeah, I might actually do that. But anyway, with that done, I believe we have one more round of Fedra. This one's not too relevant, but I do want to at least get the outcome I want. So once again, let's save. So once again, let's save in this slot. And yeah, this time we're worrying about man's dream coming true. So let's see what that's all about. And yeah, don't worry if you can't afford the Dragoon or Best Dress set, they'll still be around. So then you can obviously get them when you actually have the money, so yeah. Let's go to Hirosaka again. This one doesn't really matter that much, but I do want to show it. I still want to get what I want. So let's talk to her. What? You think I realized my dream? Don't say it so that's embarrassing. To write an autobiography, that was my dream. One of my cousins works for a publisher and they wanted to put my book out. Oh, I so lucky. You can't chase your dream, you have to make it come true. Want to read it? I'll read simply. My lord, the man with the golden license, the president's moonball, not enough from Shirashi with love. I've been a warrior since I can remember. The one who saved me as a child at the last moment of the Manor of Dynasty was a soldier from the west. That was him. Did he save me because of his duty? Or no one knows for sure now. The last memory I have is fighting together for socialism. I bring my past away and drifted to Paris. Yeah, that's all today. I'll read the rest next time. So yeah, you can either do that, or let's show the other thing that I actually want to get. So once again, let's load and find out what that is. Alright, here we go. Took a little bit longer this time, but alrighty, well beat today. I've got a new dish to make. Try out the food I've dreamt up. So that's what she was talking about. I'm gonna assume it's this combo plate. What does it actually do, I wonder? I guess we can go have a little look. So we can go check out restaurants. So that combo plate, strength plus 15. That's actually not too bad. So yeah, not a bad thing to get from her. I must say, dreams are meaning when you chase them. Then I realize my dream yours? Not yet, I'm still in the middle of it. So there you go. That'll be it for now because yeah. Apparently Barabam also gets new food items too, but again, prices will be up as well, so you need to keep that in mind. Trish is actually kind of similar too. Who we're not going to worry about yet. Basically, it's either she is cheaper or she has new items but is more expensive, so yeah. But the item she does give are plus 8 luck and plus 15 luck. That's kind of interesting. So anyway, let's talk to you again. Because yeah, that should be it for now, so that's good. So I think now, yeah, again, I want to equip myself, so I am going to go get out the money from the bank account, basically, so yeah. So that means we need to go to Iwasaki. And I'm going to go to Compton. So what you do, I believe, from what I remember at least. So yeah, we redeem for prizes, and what we need to get is the disguise kit. Like so. And I believe you can sell all 99 of them for basically 1 million. So yeah, we won't have money troubles ever again, so yeah. I'm not gonna be abusing this like huge amount of money I just got yet. I mean, I kind of am, to be honest, so... But anyway, I'll also show that, yeah, this tomato dashi, yeah, they're having a discount. I think they'll always have a discount as long as, yeah, you shop there. So let's go sell this disguise kits. Actually, no, it's 500,000. Okay, that's not as bad. I basically just got the money back from buying the stuff, but yeah. Thanks to having 1 million coins, yeah, I could definitely make a lot. So, I'll worry about that later in the game where, yeah, maybe I want to make more stuff for like Haraparacha, for example. Anyway, so now let's go equip ourselves. So yeah, we need Alberga. Because yeah, we want to go buy the armor here because we decided to neglect the armor in we decided to collect the armor at the other place. So anyway, so that means we need Strangle Helm, 3 of them. And then the Brigadine, we need 3 of those too. And then find the Protect Boots, we actually need 4 of these. So there you go. I can have these sell old armor too if I want as well. But yeah, considering what I just did, probably don't need to now, so yeah. So there you go. We'll keep the mechanical hat, but yeah, we'll get the Brigadine, and we'll get the Protect Boots. And yeah, we'll get this again, and we'll get this again, and then we'll get this again. And then yeah, Babu obviously wants these two. And then Nanjo's already equipped with these things, so yeah. And like I said, we can play around with access a little bit, so yeah. I'll give you the Iris Lariat, and I'll give you the Strength Source, because why not? We'll have some fun with Nanjo this playthrough. So there you go. And yeah, that should be, I mean, yeah, I have the money, so maybe we do go buy those weapons. I think I only want to buy the weapons for Baofu and Ulala. Because yeah, again, I did just make the money, so why not? Actually, no, not yet. I want to show the affinity reading helping out here, to be honest. If it actually does help, which it very well might not, so yeah. Again, maybe the shopkeeper isn't available yet with their theory, but we'll find out. Yeah, so that's something I did learn in my first playthrough. So again, let's save before doing this. We'll see if it actually works. So, anyway, I'll show how to take advantage of the theory potentially. So of course we need the Garçon. And he's pretty simple with this, so yeah. So let's do a affinity reading for 5,000. What we need to do for this is, yeah, if you want to see a certain person, you look up what you want, and then yeah, just follow the instructions. So yeah, if you want the Garçon, then you say no, yes, no, 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 and no. And there he is. Bonjour, I'm the waiter Claire de Lune, Sojima. With the finest cooking and service in heart, I enjoy giving the customer the greatest pleasure. To have dinner with you as a waiter is the pinnacle of honor. I'm burning with a desire to serve more. Please come to my the restaurant. I'll be waiting with the chef's cooking. So there you go. I could very well just make his food he gives cheaper, but that's okay. And I want to show that in action because again, if you want to mass buy a lot of items, it could be very useful. It could save actually a little bit of money. Especially if again you're buying a lot of items, because again, 5,000, you're spending 5,000 to actually get that, so yeah. So let's go and yeah, let's see if he is cheaper now. Oh, very good. I was going to suggest that. By the way, I'm very happy today. I'll serve you at a special price. So yeah. And there you go. Much cheaper now. So yeah, again, I think I'm going to buy the Delta Knuckle and the Magical Coin. So there you go. So now, yeah, we can boost up Ulala's damage. And make her ice, which is funny. And then, yeah, boost up Baofu, so there you go. That magical attack boost is not insignificant, I think, as well, so yeah. So again, it might be better for Maya, but I do kind of want to compare it to the one we're about to get in the next dungeon, so yeah. I mean, that's basically everything now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Hirosaka. And I think to end this part, let's talk about Nanjo. Because, yeah, why here? Because I do want to show at least one battle. This battle could be a bit weird because yeah, I'm not so sure who I want to use in this battle, but we'll find out. I mean, I've got an idea. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, let's actually talk about Nanjo now. And his persona, Isam Yor, his time persona for Persona 1 as well. So yeah. Let's do exactly that. Now let's start talking about our first of two returning Persona 1 characters, Kane Nanjo. And who will be picking for this playthrough too. We'll be doing his route obviously. Nanjo's obviously quite interesting considering that his name was, or his last name at least, is named after Persona 3 as well. So could he still be our route this late in the series? Who knows? But we know he's here for this game, so yeah, let's start talking about him. So how about some VA trivia? This is a little bit interesting because it's kind of unclear who his English voice is in the PS1 version of Eternal Punishment, but we do know his Japanese voice, which is Toshiyuki Morikawa. In English, again, we're not so sure, but one source I found states that it could have been a young Kirk Thornton who would go on to voice Shadow in the Sonic series. So yeah, that's interesting. But yeah, we don't know for sure is the thing. So yeah, that's just. But there's just a thing about at least. But anyway, let's actually talk about using Kane Nanjo. So he uses long swords, or just regular swords, I guess, as his main weapon. And yeah, these are different from Ellie's swords. Ellie's actually uses rapiers, and they're exclusive to her, although Nanjo, his swords, Tatsu can also use them, and that's something that's good to remember later, shall we say. So yeah, that's good to remember. Now, yeah, let's actually talk about Arcanas first, I feel like, and then we'll go with the stats because, yeah, I feel like the Arcanas really paint a picture of what Nanjo really wants to be. So, he's great with full Emperor, Hierophant, Cup, and Sword. Not many Arcana he's actually great with, but the good thing is that I guess one cool, interesting thing about him, because you could say a lot of these actually are strength based. So they give strength a level up and learn a lot of physical skills. And yeah, as you probably expect, yeah, Nanjo is actually geared to be a physical attacker. His strength does become his highest stat when you factor his regular level ups. But that's not all though. His agility and vitality aren't even that bad either. And he lacks in dex and luck, as you'd probably expect. So yeah. So again, yeah, that may seem like Nanjo is built to be a good physical attacker in this game, considering the Arcanas he's good with, or better, should be saying, and alongside, the high strength stat. Again, strength probably isn't as good as magic in terms of doing lots of damage, but again, it's not useless though, considering that, again, there are definitely a lot of enemies that are only vulnerable to physical, that are immune to magic, so that's obviously when Nanjo's going to shine a lot. But anyway, let's also go over the archetypes he's good with. Magician, Chariot, Strength, Justice, Hangman, World, Product Coin. Again, a similar idea here. Again, a lot of arcanas that are good with physical attacking alongside Magician, oddly enough. You think he'd be worse than Magician, but he's actually not worse than any arcana. So yeah, again, that's kind of just to think about. Anyway, with that done, let's actually talk about his arcana he focuses on, Hierophant. He is of the Hierophant Arcana, obviously, and the Libra zodiac sign. The Hierophant Arcana represents tradition, social groups, conventionality, conformity, education, knowledge, and beliefs. When reversed, it represents rebellion, unconventionality, non-conformity, new methods, and ignorance. It fits Nanjo as he is a character driven by logic, showing great knowledge and wisdom through his actions. He's a character that tends to follow traditions due to his strong connection with the Nanjo. So yeah, there you go. Again, in Persona 1, he was kind of the pragmatic character, although he kind of grew out of that near the end thanks to Mark in that game, so yeah. Then he decided to be a little bit less pragmatic in the end. But anyway, so now we talked about that, let's talk about his Stein Persona. A pretty interesting one, and also the same Stein Persona as his Persona 1 journey. Aizen Myor, a Vidya Raja or Great Wisdom King from esoteric Buddhism, being especially revered in China and Japan. He is portrayed as a red-skinned frowning man who represents suppressed lust and passion. He also represents the state at which sexual excitement or agitation becomes enlightenment, and passionate love becomes compassion for all living things. He fits the Hierophant Arcana due to the focus on wisdom, and suppressing lust could relate to the Arcana symbolizing avoiding taboos. And then yeah, he fits Nanjo as both share great wisdom, but could also show that Nanjo does let his emotions get in the way of his decision making. It's also interesting that Nanjo has this persona again, as he's more compassionate now than he was in Persona 1, like I talked about before, and with that being a focus of his persona as well. So yeah, again, I think it's a fitting one. It is cool to see these type personas again, especially Izumura, because again, he does have a very interesting design in this game. Although, yeah, there isn't really much he can, like, I guess, compare and contrast, because, yeah, it's a very different design to Izumura, because that Izumura is red and he's blue, so yeah. Anyway, as a persona, though, he's actually very similar to his Persona 1 incarnation, just a bit better in my mind. Obviously, being a bit higher level builds, but his resistance are way better too. Now nulling Earth, Light and Dark, and Resisting Nevermind, so that's not too bad at all. And yeah, just like his Persona 1 incarnation, he has two boss skills. You get Super Culture and, as a mutation, Market Culture, which is very good. That affects the whole. Actually, it doesn't affect the whole body anymore, but it can with a certain fusion skill later, so yeah. So that's something to think about. Anyway, Azuma could be used for that if you really want, kind of like his Persona 1 incarnation. He's actually not a bad persona to keep around because, again, Market Card is kind of a rare skill in Persona 1, so Azuma being one of the few personas that can actually use it is kind of nice. And as for other similar skills, Harmor and Holy Light, again, he used to get Harmor and Eternal Light actually, so again, light insta kill skill, light damaging skill, again, makes a lot of sense. And yeah. He also gets a physical skill, Sonic Punch in this case, which is a lot better because, yeah, that gives you Pegasus Strike, and he only gets it at rank 3, so you can obviously pair that with a Wind Attacker and do some pretty respectable damage. Especially considering, again, he has that really good strength stat. So yeah, not a bad skill at all, especially when he needs to do a lot of physical damage, which, yeah, again, that could be very important. And yeah, the last skill you haven't talked about is, unfortunately, it's only Earth skill. I kind of wish he got Magnara at some point, but yeah, he does get the Magnara at rank 8. And yeah, again, I kind of wish, again, he did get another Earth skill so he could join in more fusion spells, because yeah, probably Izumura's, probably his biggest weakness is the fact that, yeah, he doesn't really fuse it much. Light can only be fused with Light Smasher, to my knowledge, and then some kind of bad skills with Dark skills. And then yeah, you also got Sonic Punch with Pegasus Strike, not Poison Strike. And yeah, of course he has the buzz skills, although we don't have the skill that actually fuses with those yet. So we won't be for a while, unfortunately. And of course, at rank 8 he does get Magnara, so then he can start being good at fusion spells. Anyhow, if you do get Izumura to that point, he can definitely pop off quite a bit with the Craggy Fangs. He's not a bad use of that skill, to be honest. So yeah, even for being a level 20 persona, and of course, he can definitely stay relevant with mutations. And yeah, maybe you do, because 2 bus skills is not bad. Light skills aren't too bad either, and then Magnara, obviously, that's pretty decent. So yeah, Nanjo could definitely keep this persona around for a little bit if you want to. It's just that, again, he does have a lot of other good options, like Sakya is another very good Hierophant persona to use, and Bal is also another interesting persona he can use. Not that he's actually good with Emperor, because, fun fact, in Persona 1, he's actually bad with Emperor, because Emperor was the opposite of Hierophant. So yeah. Anyway, as other things, of course, giving that +1 shot for level up, like other Hierophant personas, and he also returns for a Magnara card. That could also be kind of nice too. If you don't feel like you want to use Izumura for too long, you can obviously return it for that item, and then yeah, you can obviously register my Magnara and start giving to other personas, which can definitely be quite nice, not gonna lie. So yeah. Yeah, that's mainly everything I want to talk about with Izumura. I do think he's a pretty neat persona. I definitely want to try making use of him in the next dungeon with Nanjo. The other skills aren't too bad, to be honest, so again, you could probably just stick this on Nanjo and have a good time, to be honest. So yeah, that might be what we do, but of course, like I said, there are definitely some other very good options for him to be worth considering, so yeah. So there's that. Yeah, I think we talked everything about Nanjo, and of course, we'll talk about the other party member, I think when we do her route. Let me start that. So yeah, so I guess look forward to that, but for now, let's end this part by showcasing Nanjo a little bit. So there we go, that's Nanjo. So yeah, why not? Let's give it a little test drive, and again, I'm thinking we might rank up his persona at least a little bit. I do want to get at least some skills onto him, so yeah, that's the idea. I also need to change Maya to Shosun. Shosun does need to get Mirage on soon, so yeah. So yeah, it feels good to get back into the swing of recording again. Hopefully I can, keep things up. Again, lots been happening obviously recently, so yeah, a lot that I need to think about. But yeah, again, I hope that I can continue sharing this awesome game, so yeah. Anyway, let's try around this battle. So, our strategy for today is going to be... we can always use Thunder Blast, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use... I could use Tearing Inferno maybe. No, I can't because I need wind is the problem for that. So yeah, I mean I could see because my idea is we're going to use Light Smasher. And do I have anything here? No. Actually I have Stone Rise, so I can use that, so that's good. And we'll see who I want to get the kill with at the end. I think I will let Nanjo get the kill, so I'm going to go for Stone Rise. Because Nanjo's cool like that. So we go for that Stone Rise. Do a lot of damage. And let's go for Light Smasher. I think we'll go for the Infuse this time. But yeah, I recommend using Light Smasher to start with because you do only have armor to start with, so yeah. Armor's not bad, but yeah, again, you kinda wanna fuse if you wanna get get mutations. Because we definitely want to get a lot of mutations on. We definitely want to get a lot of mutations on Nanjo because again, I do like his time persona to be honest. I think he's pretty decent, like I probably said. So yeah. There we go for that. Nice weakness damage, and there you go. So yeah, there you go. Looking at mutation as well. No, not today. But he does start lower level. So does Ellie as well. So we'll keep that in mind. But that is one reason I give him the strength source. He'll catch up quick, and also he'll get more strength on the way, which will be fun. So yeah. So yeah, let's end the part now because again, I want to probably do a couple of things off screen. Like yeah, again, I kind of want to get Nanjo at least ranked up a little bit. I mean, the idea is once we do get into the next dungeon proper, I really want to have a Magnara, so then we can start using that potentially. I remember that because yeah, I need to record the bio after this, but I can't remember if he gets another Escovel. Then if he does, that's pretty good actually for us. So yeah. Let's see, decide what Ulala wants to use too. That's another thing to consider as well. Because we got Byakko, and Byakko's a persona I kind of want to use with her as well. So yeah. And yeah, I'll probably keep using Sartobi Sasuke with Katsuya too, because again, they're a pretty cool persona. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll think about it. I might also want to think about maybe getting some skills as well, so we can get them to the persona when we are fusing, because we might fuse in the next dungeon. That's another thing I'm thinking about too. But anyway, with all that thought about, yeah, like I said, last screen, I'm gonna see if I can get those police gloves. I'm gonna see if I can get Nanjo ranked up a little bit. So yeah. And then after that, yeah, I think it's about time we start his next dungeon. So yeah, that should be an interesting one. So yeah, look forward to that. I'll see you guys again for that.